You can tell me, but I think this may be the world's record kitchen trapping inside a $5 million home ever documented. We faced the worst rat infestation of our lives. Over 40 rats in just 7 days. More than $30,000 in destruction. No other rat exterminator could solve it. But we had 1 week to win this war. Sleepless nights, nightmare dreams, a bloody massacre inside this luxury kitchen. This was the ultimate rat battle. And when the dust finally settled, we celebrated with the gangsta rat dance. So let's get started. Check this out. Look at the rat droppings, and there's leaks. Look at, they chewed the pipe. And they're coming, looks like they're coming from this area here. Nesty materials. This is really, really, really bad. The urine smell smells like an old, wet diaper at a senior citizen home. I'm sorry to say, but that's what I feel like it smells like. Am I correct on that?
You're pretty spot on.
And look at this. They're chewing the base moldings. Look at this. So evidently the house was sitting vacant for a couple of months, so we really need to determine if it's the city sewer rat, because oftentimes if a house is sitting vacant, they can sense that, sit there and chew that PVC pipe, because this is a newer home. So let's get our smoke machine and run a very, very aggressive smoke test here.
A few moments later.
I wonder what that is. They're freaking maggots. Wow, this is wide open right there. Wow. Right into the home. Look at this nesting material coming out of this wall. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so I'm gonna have to get under there and see what's causing all of that smoke. I think they just chewed up all of the piping. Okay, so these humane traps are absolutely worthless. Yeah, we need a trash bag. All right, we're gonna spray some Twinzyme in here and neutralize this area. The Twinzyme is the best. I'm not just saying it. It is the best to attack that bacteria, especially from pet odors and that rat urine. It's the best. All right, so we've got our fogger here. We're gonna fog this entire area. Oh, look at that. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at this. Okay, let's get that smoke back on. Yeah, I'm seeing the smoke coming out of all the vents, man. A ton of smoke. So that sponge is really keeping it all concentrated in the house. But stay tuned. I don't want to make the assumption right now, but I think figured out how they're getting in. Yeah, you can see that the attic area is completely rat-free. They're coming from below. Watch. Let's go inside and see if we're getting smoke coming out of that kitchen wall. Yeah, look at that. That doesn't really mean anything. Okay, I have an idea, yeah. All right, so we're gonna have to remove this dishwasher because I hope I can open up the drywall behind this and actually figure out how they chewed from the exterior in. That's what I'm looking for right now. So I'm hoping that this is the main source of this entire rat infestation in this home here. Look at the rat nesting materials. They're using this dishwasher insulation as a frickin' rat nest. This is why there's a lingering smell. They've been soaking and peeing and pooping in that insulation. Brian do the crawl suit because he's so excited to do this. Yeah, you can see they chewed the hose right here. Now we have to identify how they're migrating from the outside into this home here. And here's a clue right here. All right, so you can see, chewed a little there, but look, right in here is an opening that goes underneath the toolkit. So now what we're going to identify is if smoke comes out of here. Or actually, let me have a hammer. It's freaking hammer time. It's hammer time. Oh my gosh. Guys, we're going to need the big shop vac. It's like a freaking lake down there. All right, bam. Here's how they're getting in. Go ahead and run that smoke one more time. See that hole right there, you guys? They chewed the wood. See that hole? And I could see way in there, there's like a rubberized waterproofing paper that they chewed. Look at that. I love what I do. See how smart these rats are? Roaming around, they use those long and short whiskers. They can sense that airflow. They're gonna get in, they sense a little bit more airflow, and they go, ooh, I can chew through here to get into this area here. Because that drain pipe is going through that footing and making their way in. Once they do, they smell the dog food, plus the house is sitting vacant, food left out. They're gonna take over. Well, first phase is complete because we definitely found the entry point, and that's the most important.
24 hours later.
They want us to get in there and get the rats out, providing that we can knock this out in 7 days or less. And that's the challenge here, guys. And I'm a bit nervous because you just never know what you're dealing with. And these rats are smart. We don't know if we're dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. This is going to be a challenge, and the clock starts right now. Look at the destruction. So there is some rodents in this home, and they're aggressive. And you can tell there's some big boys in here too. Humane trap, didn't even activate it. Okay, we're building a wall across a barrier. Oh, we got the wall built out. So they pulled all that insulation off the dishwasher, and they use it as a nesting site underneath the cabinets. Look at that. Unbelievable. I see some bodies moving. We're gonna try to taser her. There might be a bunch of babies right here. Look, look. Go. Look at them moving. Look at them moving. Look at them moving. This has been going on a long, long time. For them to pull all the insulation off this dishwasher and store it under there strategically for a rat nest, unbelievable. Oh, he's trying to get away. He's trying to get away. He's trying to get away. There, come here, right there. Oh, come right there. I kicked one.
Oh, there's tails.
Oh, I got it. I stopped on him. All right, we're gonna take our twins on and neutralize under there, keep the odor down. These rats have no idea who showed up. All right, Enrique said he heard a bunch of squealing, which means that there's babies. And the bigger rats can survive off the babies. I only have 7 days to get rid of these rats, so we're gonna open up this cabinet right here and see if we can pull the babies out. They took all the insulation from the dishwasher, and check out this. One of the biggest rat nests I've ever seen. Oh. Babies right here. We hit a gold mine. We hit a gold mine.
Wait, should we just keep them in here? Well, we should probably keep the baby one.
All right, I think there's a big one right there. Give me the vacuum. Give me the vacuum. Hurry, hurry. All right, this place smells so much better. We sanitized with our enzyme. We've got the pantry completely sealed and completely sanitized and clean. Smells like victory. Now it's time to set up our rat traps. But I've got a surprise for you. All right, we're setting up the rat back. You can see I took some of the dog food, put in here. Absolutely perfect. All right, so we have our camera pointing directly to the rat back. All right, so this is the infamous pantry where all the food supply was coming from. So we got the 1-story and the 2-story rat traps. And then we have a camera right here pointing directly to these. I also have a wide shot camera. That's gonna give us a view this way. That big rat is scratching, trying to get out.
Five minutes later.
Long day, but we're fully activated. We've got 3 twin traps and the rat back. We're gonna shut these doors, we're gonna shut these lights off, we're gonna wait it out. So what we did is we took stainless steel mesh and then we concreted all that in. Okay, I literally just left. You could see in the pantry, one's already coming out. Boom, he's running back to that corner. So we're already getting activity. Here we go!
The next day.
Oh my God. This is the next morning. I don't know if you could tell, but I didn't get much sleep last night. This is a freaking rat party. And I'm not joking. This is probably one of the biggest kitchen rat infestations I've ever seen, and especially for 2025. Guys, this is insane. Check out the footage. Look what we're dealing with. So this means I've got 6 days left to get rid of all of those rats. I hope I can pull this off. I've got a few ideas. I hope they work. This is a big boy. When the rats come in from the side, it very rarely happens, but when they have their bodies on this side, boom, they pull out. This one was flopping all the way around, but look at how big this boy is. He is massive. Oh, no way. They chewed through the polyboard. Look at this. Oh, 2 more big boys. Just headshots. Oh, the rat pack. I'm gonna have to check that. Yes, we got one. Look at the amount of blood. Yes, these traps are still reusable, believe it or not. Dude, this bag is heavy. All right, we're gonna give them some variety. Payday that we're gonna put in here. Good. Oh yeah. Which one do you think is gonna be their favorite? The pantry was very, very active, and they were looking for food. And I've always wanted to try this. Pop rocks. How would rats survive pop rocks? So I'm gonna create a little buffet for them, as you saw me. So we've got our beef tender bites right here. We've got our bacon jerky. Oh yeah. Then over here, we've got our payday. We've got the Skippy. The tradition is what we use all the time. So here's our buffet right here. I think I'm gonna put the pop rocks right here. So let's get that done. If I was a rat, I'd go for the payday. You know why? 'Cause it's my last day. And we're gonna use the watermelon artificial flavored poppin' candy. How pop rocks work. Rats, they have saliva like humans. Once that saliva breaks down the sugar, it gets to the inner bubbles, which are made of carbon dioxide. Once those rats swallow, and you know rats, unlike humans, they can't regurgitate. So this is gonna be interesting. And there we go. Oh, and the other curious thing I was wondering is, whatever happened to No Tail, we'll call him No Tail Tony. I wonder if he's dead or still alive. The No Tail Tony, where are you? You know what, I've got an extra trap. So let's just put this on the horizontal, right along this baseboard here. Let's see how this performs. Chunky peanut butter. Now I decided to leave this open because that pantry is a real buffet. So let's give them a choice. Traps and rat vac. All right, it's a wrap.
Day 3.
6 a.m. I'm headed over there. It was domination. I love my traps. Wait till you see what we caught last night. Which trap do you think caught a rat first? The peanut butter, the bacon, the beef tenderloins, or the payday? Leave in the comments right now before I show you. Here we go. Also, guys, I gotta share a quick story with you. I had a nightmare last night that I took all 8 rats and I put them in a bag and I ran up to that lady's house. I don't know if you guys saw the episode where the lady didn't pay me. I did all of the work. The lady didn't pay me and the cop showed up. Well, I had a dream that I was walking up to her house and I put a happy birthday card in the bag of dead rats and I dropped it right on our front porch. But unfortunately, I got caught. Cops came, laid me down, and arrested me. The cop looked at me and said, "What are you doing? A grown man acting like a child."
Like a damn child.
She didn't pay me, man. She didn't pay me for my work. This is ridiculous, man. And then I woke up. This is the thumbnail right here, guys. She actually called the cops on me, but it was just a crazy dream. All right, guys, I'm in front of the house. Look at, they're eating the other rat that got hit by the trap. They're eating them up, so I gotta run in there real quick. Actually, let's hit the siren button. Scare them, watch. Boom, gone. Poor guy. So this is the rat that came in, kept bobbing his head in and out. So the bacon was the first one to hit. Then it was the payday. Then it was the Skippy peanut butter. It took a while, but this guy came in. So all 4 twin traps were super successful. Now in respect to the pop rocks, there was a scene where this bigger rat was coming in, eating the pop rocks, and all of a sudden he's just like, I wonder if it really did have any effect or he's just kind of cleaning up. All right, let's go in the main kitchen and let's check those other 2 traps and the rat vac. Oh, you can see the bait is gone. Nope. So I think the rat vac is not as successful as the traps, and here's why. The pantry has been their feeding ground. That's been their base. That's where they're most comfortable. So I think that's why we're catching way more in the pantry. I'm gonna continue to leave the rat vac here and see if they can get more comfortable, because it does take time. And what else I've determined is that right there is the hot spot. You can see that hole right there. This is where they're coming in and out. And this is why placing cameras literally everywhere is the key to successful trapping and understanding what you're dealing with. Cameras, cameras, cameras. And I just realized, look at the rat vac. We lost power here. So thank God for the snap traps, because if I was just depending on the rat vac and we lost power like we did now, this would have been a complete fail. Yeah, something's tripping it. This is a bad breaker. Damn it, we're not gonna be able to see anything tonight. Well, this might be a good thing, because now the rats might be way more comfortable going in and out of that rat vac. So If they want this rat infestation gone in 7 days or less, everything's gotta be working. Okay, so I pulled the rat back plug off of this island, plugged it in over here. Green light. So I got a rebait, and here's what I'm gonna do to see if the bacon really is their first choice. I'm gonna do some rotating, and that's what we're gonna watch next. We're gonna take the bacon now and move it up to the second level here. And as far as the pop rocks, we're done. We're not gonna give them any chance of survival. All right, round 3, here we go.
Day 4.
This is the next day, and the numbers are dwindling because of the twin traps. Unbelievable. The cameras were down. I don't know if we got one in the rat back, so let's go find out, because we are getting them gangsta style. We still haven't found No-Tail Tony. I think the other rats are eating off of that. Let's check the rat back. Oh, I have no idea how many is in there. This is crazy. Let's take it outside. So you can see these are the ones we caught in the trap, and then the rat back. And these are all smaller, sort of, not juvenile rats, obviously, but these are about 3.5 weeks old. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 last night. Okay, so the rat back is all ready. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna experiment. We're gonna take a little bit of bacon and we're gonna mix it in with the peanut butter and just see if that makes a difference. And then we're gonna take a little couple of the beef bits and we're also gonna mix it in. Okay, we are fully activated with the crunchy peanut butter mixed with a little bit of bacon, mixed with a little bit of beef. Who's gonna win tonight? The twin traps or the rat pack? And to my point, they've had these peanut butter humane traps for weeks and not caught one. Not one. And we gotta take every measure to get rid of these rats within those 7 days. So here we go, guys. Another night. I think it's night 4. Am I gonna be successful in getting rid of these rats once and for all? That was unbelievable. What a successful night last night, you guys. I'd never thought that there would be so many rats. Now, those rats all look to be about the same age. So, damn, the rat pack and the twin traps are going gangsta on these traps. So at the end of this video, I've got a special edition rat dance. And the hint is gangsta. That's all I'm gonna give away right now. Gangsta rat dance. Let's don't get excited yet. Let's got a few more days left, guys. I just can't imagine there's more rats left. And that's the question. How many are left? You know, I want to take a moment. This is for all the people that go in. Every now and then you'll get somebody going, your rat traps are ridiculously expensive. This is actual proof why we're the only rat trap in the country that's claiming 99% catching rate. T-Rexes, Victor traps, none of them can offer that. It would have been an embarrassment to this video. That's how confident I am. And this is exactly why we use the traps that we use, and it had to invent the traps that we have. So the amount of damage that our traps saved this homeowner is literally thousands and thousands of dollars. Other traps can't make that claim. So just wanted to share that little frustration with those people that keep saying your traps are too expensive. Compared to what?
1 day later.
Last night, at around midnight, 2 rats came out from the oven, and it appears that those were the last 2 standing. And about an hour later, boom, boom, the twin traps got them. And then at around 3, 4 a.m., another rat goes in the pantry, and we snapped him as well. I haven't seen any more rats coming out. I got so many cameras proving and verifying how many rats are left, and so far, 0. But we'll see. And again, the peanut butter for the win. Skippy peanut butter.
9 units deep and they screaming for help. Rats going wild like it's Halloween style. Wild, we the ones they call when it's time to attack. It's the twins, baby, and we never hold them back. It's the twins, it's the twins.
And on a serious note, we're looking to partner up with pest controllers across the country. So if you're interested in partnering up, we just rolled out our franchise, our Rodent Stoppers franchise. We get calls all over the United States and love to partner up, you guys, and dominate this industry. Boom, boom, boom. Happy customers. You're gonna solve rat issues like no other competitor. And this is exclusivity, guys. So we're gonna put the link at the description. Click on it, make this investment because it is a game changer. Headshot, but pretty bloody. Bam. Nothing in the rat vac. And then we got the last one right here. We're gonna monitor tonight. I'm pretty optimistic, you guys, that this is it. And the reason why is because those 2 rats came out from the oven, and then these 2 came out from that corner again. Boom, boom. And I haven't seen anything since. So I'm hoping I solve this. Still no signs of no-tail Tony. It's a mystery.
The following day.
I've got good news and I've got bad news. What do you want to hear first? Let's start off with the bad news. Get that out of the way. Well, 2 more rats came out. The good news is, looks like we got them both. Bam! But the question is there any more? Because it's been dead silence. And I only have tonight and tomorrow to keep that promise, that 7-day promise to my clients that you will be rat-free. No-tail Tony back there might be some food source for some other ones, but why all of a sudden 2 rats come out of nowhere when they didn't come out the night before? The drama continues, and I've got 2 nights left. Here we go.
The next morning.
Oh my gosh, this is day number 7, and last night there are no more rats. No rats in the pantry and no rats in the kitchen. And I want to prove this to you, so check it out. And you can see all the activity. That was me yesterday walking around, setting all the traps up, removing traps. Okay, so no more activity that night after 6 o'clock. We come to Wednesday, no events. Now, if you go back a couple of nights, you can see pet activity, pet activity. We go Monday, pet activity. I'm gonna reconfirm, but I think we nailed this. And the twin traps and the rat vacs just went gangsta on these rats. I think this is probably the biggest rat infestation in a kitchen that we've ever dealt with. We've caught more rats in 5 days. I think we're up to like 40 rats that we pulled out of that kitchen. We crushed it. And this video right here, I'm claiming that we've got the world's best rat trapping system. You tell me, leave in the comments, what trapping system in 5 days could remove as many rats as we did?
The next day.
Well, this is the second night, no rat, 7 days, we knocked this out. There's not 1 rat left in that kitchen, and I am super, super proud. This was probably the most exciting episode in respect to the journey of dealing with this infestation and just popping these rats left and right every day, every day, every day. I wonder if I would have placed like 20 traps the first night, if I would have got every single one of them. I don't know. But I think the buffet and the strategic rat trapping placement that I put up was just absolutely perfect. For sure, this deserves gangsta rat dance. Well, a lot of you ask, what do you do with the dead rats when you're done? Well, we take a field like this and we feed them to the wildlife. But this, for sure, deserves the gangsta rat dance. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share our videos.
9 units deep and they screaming for help. Rats going wild like it's Halloween style. We the ones they call when it's time to attack. It's the twins, baby, and we never hold them back. It's the twins, it's the twins. We going gangsta on these rats. Shantae in the attic, click clack, boom, rat splat. Back going beat. baby. Smoke trap going snap. Ain't no mercy, we taking this back. No mercy. Rat dropping bodies in drywall gaps. Twin traps gonna handle that. It's the twins. It takes two, baby. We always win.
All right, so this is behind the scenes, and this is actually the first time I've ever been arrested. This is crazy. Comment, you guys like this type of entertainment? Anyways, this was hilarious. I had to do it.